Uh-oh, here's the uncles.
You're in trouble now, mate.
Hey kid, listen up. You're taking what we have here for granted. We are lucky to live in one of the most beautiful places on earth. It's a paradise. You think it will stay beautiful forever if we don't treat the environment with respect? No, of course it won't. We have something special here, but it is possible to lose what we have. You have to think about your actions. Reuse, recycle, and never leave your litter lying around. We are guardians of a little paradise for the generations still to come. Your children and their children all get to appreciate a little paradise. Now, what are you going to do? Paradise.
Those who came to sing along.
Uh-oh, here's the uncles.
You're in trouble now, mate.
Hey kid, listen up. You're taking what we have here for granted. We are lucky to live in one of the most beautiful places on earth. It's a paradise. You think it will stay beautiful forever if we don't treat the environment with respect? No, of course it won't. We have something special here, but it is possible to lose what we have. You have to think about your actions. Reuse, recycle, and never leave your litter lying around. We are guardians of a little paradise for the generations still to come. Your children and their children all get to appreciate a little paradise. Now, what are you going to do?
We're out of fuel, so we shipwrecked to the world's most beautiful lagoon. Chillax, bro. All in time. You know what the people always say? They love the freedom here.
I love the freedom here. On the brand.
Of course some people are used to it. It's out of their comfort zone.
Darling, I've been thinking.
Yes?
Let's explore the island. Discover its wonders.
Leave the resort? Have you gone insane?
I'm sick of holidays stuck in the one place. Same meals, same beach, day in, day out.
What about the children? What if we get lost?
We'll all go. The island's only 32 kilometers around.
Oh, the bus, darling!
Yes, clockwise and anti-clockwise. If we miss our stop, it'll come around again soon enough.
Yes. Yes, you're right. Come on, children. We're off on an adventure.
Nothing beats exploring our little paradise with the wind in your hair.
There's no clutch, just turn the key on and away you go. Have fun. Ka kite.
I
witi mai mai ni mura. Aerena, oki mai mai. Pana tikai, koe kare pai, pana pana I te iapo.
Like a sail, boss.
What about the tourists who hire a car? Well, let's get a Kukalan driver's license. But get this, in other countries, in your photo, it's against the law to smile. What? Yeah, it's against the law not to smile. You're in a little paradise now. And the best part, you can park for free anywhere in the whole country. Except for the one place you don't park.
Well, why not?
So you in a good mood? Yep. Loving the high seas. Free as a bird. Out of snacks. Well, what? We've run out. You've eaten them all. I thought they were just starters. You know, it's not so long ago we used to be cannibals. What's the first thing that you're gonna eat when you get back? A big fish sandwich. Huge and fresh eggs.
Can I have a tuna sandwich, please?
Sorry, hun, out of tuna today, but I'll check. We've just got fresh mai and fresh coconut sorbet for dessert.
I'm never gonna leave my little paradise again. It was only 30 meters, and you walk. Sorry, baby.
I know just how he feels. We love this little paradise too.
Let's never leave. Children, we'll live here forever.
Do you got anything for us to eat, Uncle?
Oh, coconuts again, Uncle?
The kids don't know how easy you got it. Back in my day, way before tourism came to the Cook Islands,
So back in like 2000 or something?
something like that, we had to get up early every day to work in the fields, and we had to pick fruit and go fishing, practice our yoga poses, work out quadratic equations, and dodge lightning strikes, all before the sun came up. And it came up much earlier back in those days. Yep, and we did it all with one hand tied behind our backs.
So how did tourism change that, Uncle?
Well, it brought us many great opportunities, allowing us to showcase our culture, dancing, crafts, and it brought money into the economy.
But I don't understand. Why do you have that big pile of coconut?
Well, lad, after you finish husking them all, I'm gonna sell them to that tourist over there, and then we're gonna go buy us some roast chicken.
beautiful day to leave the island way.
Do you got anything for us to eat, Uncle?
Oh, coconuts again, Uncle?
The kids don't know how easy you got it. Back in my day, way before tourism came to the Cook Islands,
So back in like 2000 or something.
something like that, we had to get up early every day to work in the fields, and we had to pick fruit and go fishing, practice our yoga poses, work out quadratic equations, and dodge lightning strikes, all before the sun came up. And it came up much earlier back in those days. Yep, and we did it all with one hand tied behind our backs.
So how did tourism change that, Uncle?
Well, it brought us many great opportunities, allowing us to showcase our culture, dancing, crafts, and it brought money into the economy.
But I don't understand. Why do you have that big pile of coconut?
Well, lad, after you finish husking them all, I'm gonna sell them to that tourist over there, and then we're gonna go buy us some roast chicken.
And kia ora, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We're here at Nukupure Park, where it is round 3 of the Cook Islands Rugby League 2023 competition. In today's double-header action, we're seeing first game, the Arangi Bears going up against the Tupapa Marairenga Panthers. Arangi Bears in their famous red and black colours, looking stunning out there with these vibrant red. As for their counterparts, the Tupapa donning on the famous black and white from Marairenga. Referee Tuolua, man in the middle, in charge of this first double header with the Cook Island Rugby League Round 3 competition. And we have Arangi Bears with the first kickoff. So the Panthers will have first attacking opportunities. Fale Soyalo to kick off for the Bears. Nice attacking play there, wrapped up by 3 defenders. Manages to offload that ball. Junior, ball in hand. Offloads to Sameli. Sameli manages to offload to his center. Mark. Out to Alistair. Alistair takes it in. Just crossing over the halfway mark. Big play here. Oh, no, referee tells him to carry on off the play the ball. Thought he had lost that there. Just losing the ball on the impact there. And that's 0 tackle there for the Arangi Bears. Ayotou at dummy half, out to Logan. Yeah. And Ayo there offloads to a strong running Matapo. To'u now to Benitito. Benitito, very strong run. Benitito slow to play the ball. To'u out to Nelson. Nelson decides to run it himself. And a loose pass picked up. Arangi still in possession of the ball. Fale almost went around his player, but saw that and came back inside, kept into the field of play. Out to Logan, back to Piranesi. Ooh, out to the winger. And Was the pass clean? Yes, referee has awarded the try. Oh, sorry, the try was denied. So it's not a try for the Arangi Bears. Must have been a forward pass picked up there from the touch judge. So scores remain 0-0, but the Panthers running the ball out from their red zone. Oh, I thought that was Panda's ball, but Bears have possession of that scrum. Fale spots a hole and decides to run through it, almost wiggling his way through two defenders. Tubaba managing to stop him in his tracks. Ayo, show and go, decides to loop around and take it in himself. That's the second now for the Bears. Nobody at dummy half. Very lucky Cosmo was quick to react to that. Mr. Whippy was coming on through for the Panthers. Bears keep possession of the ball. Cosmo to play the ball. Ayo, it's Penitito. Penitito knows one way, straight forward. 3-4 tacklers to bring him down. Jazz holding him up over the try line. So the Bears will get one more play in this set. That's final now. Penitito to play the ball. Ayo looks for his playmaker, puts it in the air. Tayo, lovely kick there. Couldn't quite collect it in the air. Loose carry. We'll see the Panthers gather possession of this ball all the way on the 20-meter mark to run this out. Great attacking play there from the Bears. Great thinking from Tayo to put that kick on in the corner. Their winger couldn't quite bring that in, losing possession. So the Panthers with the restart on the 20-meter mark. Peretti with a lovely strong run from the 20-meter. And now Semeli from the ruck, a lovely 50-meter gain for his team there. Tubaba hot on the attack now with their second as they cross on over to the halfway mark. Alistair. Alistair with a zero, but a loose play. The ball there. Unfortunate mistake from the youngster Alistair on playing the ball. Junior couldn't quite scoop that up cleanly, fumbling the ball. So possession now has been handed on over to the Bears, just as they had crossed on over into the Bears territory. So Arangi with the scrum feed, Matapo to get things underway for the Bears. Strong run there. That was Kelly Sigamata, a strong impact player for the Arangi Bears on centre. Ayoto from dummy half finds Nelson. Nelson brought down by two strong defenders in the form of Salafi and Ukinai. To'u finds Cosmo. Cosmo on his own manages to shrug one defender, brought down by Newbig. Eric monstering Cosmo in the tackle. Tayo brings his men back on the inside. That's Nicholas Maui. And Basil puts it in the air for his team. And unclaimed there, ball left uncontested, bounced out of the field of play. So easy possession now for the Panthers on the 20-meter mark. strong running there by Eric, brought down by 2 defenders. And a mousetrap move there for Junior, who finds a big opportunity in the form. Lovely play there from the Panthers, getting down to the other end of the field. Numbers out on the blind side if they can get the ball there, and a loose carry from the winger. Must have saw the try line before catching that ball. Opportunity gone for the Panthers in the corner there. Could have been the first points on the board from a lovely play, but a loose carry on the last pass just stops them in the tracks from scoring in the corner there. So the Bears gather possession of the ball now and have a scrum feed. But a lovely strong run from Giovannissi for the Panthers there, getting that ball off of Junior and almost creating a spectacular play for his team. But a very strong run here from loose carry in the tackle there. Just as I was giving praise to this young man, been doing some awesome stuff here for the Bears already. But impact of Newbigging in the tackle there, just enough to disrupt that play the ball and losing possession. So Panthers deep within the Bears territory. Great attacking opportunity on hands for them. But referee has deemed that forward. That was a great attacking opportunity from Ravula, from Tua Ravula, skipping that ball all the way out to Puturu, but Puturu couldn't quite bring it in, juggling the ball. Thought they had managed to secure the ball, but referee saw it forward, so the Bears escaping another try-scoring opportunity from the Panthers. So Arangi now with the scrum feed on their 20-meter mark. And Logan losing possession of the ball from their big tackle there. Great defense from the Panthers to eliminate any attacking go forward from the Bears and put themselves back into a good position to set up for hopefully one of their set plays they've been working on during training. Let's see if they'll be able to execute. Coach Darren Pitti watching on the side with anticipation for his team. Tububa now on the attack. And a skip pass all the way past his man out to the touch judge. Pio Mitchell catches it with one hand, showing his experience from the past. So, Tububa just overthrowing that, giving possession back to the Bears. Bears happy to receive this and run this themselves out of the red zone. Nelson taking the first. To'u. Out to Puruya. Puruya, very strong running forward for the Arangi Bears. 3 players to bring him down. To'u. Out to Maui. Nicholas Maui, very strong for the Arangi Bears as well. Young player. Benitito coming off of... met aggressively in the tackle there by Newbigging. Eric. Big tackle, stopping Benitito in his tracks. Matapo grubbers it through to the back. Acting fullback Filimoni cleans it up very easily and picks up a penalty for his team. So that's an easy penalty. Extra few meters for his team once they find the touch judge, the touch line. As touch judge Kora is ready on the side here. And Kora right on the mark, to get things underway. Sameli charges it to the Arangi defense. 3 players driving back and almost injuring one of their players from that impact there. Alistair, strong carry from the young man. 4 Arangi Bears players to bring him down and take him back a few meters from where he started. Whippy, out to Tovio. Tovio, strong running. 3 tacklers to bring him down. And one of the tackles just slipping a bit high. So easy penalty picked up now for the Panthers. And referee Tuolua trying to control this game and just having a word to the captain and a few of the players. It is very, very hot out there, ladies and gentlemen. Overcast, but still a scorcher of a day for rugby league here out at Nukupure Park, Ngatangiia, Muri Beach. And a big kick there to the side from Junior, giving his team much needed meters. And Barry tried to do a quick tap and go. Referee wasn't ready, so he'll have to restart that again. Barry this time offloads from the tap. Uki to take this down for first for the Panthers. Junior finds the guy back on the inside. Big hit from Benitito. Wrapped him up truly well and losing possession from that impact. Great defense from Benitito. Benitito doing a lot of hard work for his team this early in the game. That's 1 for the Bears. And referee telling him just to go back a few meters to play the ball. Motopo gives it to Nelson. Nelson, 1-on-1. The second man comes in, stops him in his tracks. To'u at dummy to Cosmo. Cosmo almost eludes 1 player, 2 players to bring him down. To'u to Puruia. Puruia, strong run, big tackle from Sameli. No hands in the tackle. That is an easy penalty for the Arangi Bears. And a word of caution from the referee for that big hit there from Sameli. From actually that dangerous tackle, I would say. Tuolua doing an excellent job out there controlling this game so far. Already giving warnings to both teams. And if both teams carry on this way, we'll be seeing a couple of players sitting in the bin for at least 10 minutes. I'm pretty sure, much to their delight though, because of how hot it is out there. Matapo with the kick. To'u to Puruia. Oh, sorry. That was Kelly. Oh, Tonorio's out on the field for the Arangi Bears. A big, strong running forward. And that was Pio Tabuasei. Big, strong run from Pio. Oh, Taio! Just eluding that running play coming through. If he let the ball go, anything could have happened, but very smart to keep on. And Tonorio, just like that, brushes off 1, takes 3 more to bring him down. To'u to Matapo. Matapo skips 1, looks out wide to his winger and couldn't quite get away from his defender, pushing him outside. So an easy collection of the ball for the Panthers now, taking the Arangi Bears winger out of the field of play. So Junior quickly rushing this in for Eric to get things underway. Niubingi to play the ball. Filimoni getting past 2, 3, another 2 more to bring him down. Strong run from Filimoni. Devi, good charge there from the youngster, from young Ngametua. Sameli now charges his way, almost breaking the line, manages to offload to Junior. Junior decides to take this down, wrapped up by Puria. Ngametua at dummy half. Decides to let the ball go. Chawelesi runs it through, gets past 3 defenders, 2 to bring him down. Chawelesi to play the ball. Whippy out to Eric. Eric to Tua. Tua decides to skip it out to Barry. Barry couldn't quite find his man. Ball not cleaned up by Filimoni. Logan almost collecting the ball but takes the man instead. And a loose ball bounces outside, so we'll just wait and see from the referee's call as he talks to the touch judge. Few errors were happening there with the ball, but the call is a penalty for Logan pushing the player away from collecting that ball. Filimoni was trying to get the ball, and Logan came in and just barged his way through. Touch judge saw that as a penalty, a deliberate foul, attacking a player without the ball. So the Panthers find the touchline, easy possession, easy yards, and now Barry taps and runs it at the Arangi defensive wall. 3 players to bring him down. Barry to play the ball. A strong run there from the Tupapa prop. Whippy. And not played correctly, losing the ball as he was going to play it. So possession handed on back on over to the Bears. Nearly 30 minutes of play has taken place in this first half. As we can see, the heat is showing on the players. Fatigue slowly kicking in as we're seeing the errors starting to climb here. Bears with the scrum feed. Taio to feed. Out to Matapo and breaking off early. So penalty for the Arangi Bears from that scrum feed. And definitely fatigue is kicking in now, as we see handling errors and few other errors slowly climbing up. A big kick there from the Arangi Bears. Great yards for themselves, and Logan ready to get things underway for his team. And I'm pretty sure he'll be waiting for nobody. He'll tap and take it himself, but no, decides to offload to Pio Tabuasai. Tabuasai to play the ball. But incorrect play the ball once again, handling errors. This time from the Bears. Gives possession on over to the Panthers. Panthers decides to attack the blind side. Filimoni. Very strong run of this man. Filimoni. Brought down aggressively. And Tom Daniels putting some impact on, but the referee was seeing that as a dangerous tackle. And Filimoni still on the ground from that impact to the ground. The field out here, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not played on this particular field, let me tell you, it is like playing on concrete. So watching that man Filimoni being slammed on the ground, you could say he was pretty much slammed on surface hard as concrete. So the impact from that would have been severe, as why we saw him take a minute or two to get back up to his feet. Another big kick there from Junior. Extra 10, 15 meters for his team. Right on the 20-meter mark now for the Tupapa Panthers. Barry taps and runs it at the defensive line once again. 3 defenders to bring him down. Whippy now. Tupapa still have possession of the ball, and no. The ball was stripped, 2-man tackle, so a penalty has been awarded to the Panthers now. Panthers hot on the attack at the moment, looking very dangerous. Bears need to keep their composure. Whippy brings it back onto the big man. Met aggressively by 3-4 Arangi defenders. Jovelesi finds the back door. Filimoni now shrugs off one, battling with one with a backhand loose pass and a lovely cross on over. We just wait for the referee to have a word to his touch judge before he awards that. And try has not been allowed. Forward pass on that last back pass. A great stuff from Filimoni to get that pass away. And from the touch judge's angle, he is the man on the mark to see that. Slight forward pass. So Arangi escaping another try scoring opportunity from the Panthers. Scores Neil Law with 33 minutes of play taking place. Fale, strong run there. But an aggressive tackle sees a loose carry there. So the Panthers regather possession. It definitely is showing out there how hot it is. Fatigue has really kicked in on both sides. Handling errors still climbing. Panthers now placed in a well-positioned territory to be in. Sameli decides to go back on the inside to Filimoni, wrapped up by To'u and Matapo. Filimoni to play the ball. Junior at dummy half. Finds Jovelesi. Jovelesi takes it in. 3 defenders to bring him down. And another loose carry there. Hands that back on over to the Arangi Bears now. 2 factors will be out there. One would be fatigue from the sun, the scorching heat. And the second would be from how I mentioned how hard this ground is, because soon as these players are hitting the ground, we see the ball lose, fumble and all of that, and that is due to how hard these grounds can be. Oh, big tackle on Cosmo there. Cosmo to play the ball. And a big, strong carry there from Tonorio. Tonorio to play the ball. Masters at dummy half. Nelson now. Driven back aggressively by 2 strong Tupapa Panthers. Arangi still deep within their territory, getting trapped, but Logan manages to wiggle away, brought down just on their 20-meter mark. Daniel to run this out and manages to offload the ball. And that is their final play, still stuck down in their 20. Matapo boots themselves out of trouble now. Filimoni gets back in haste. Arangi's defensive wall keeps side, but Filimoni spots a gap and opportunity around the outside, manages to get out, throws back inside. Lovely stepping by this young man. Still manages to stop now as he stumbled from one of those tackles there. Alistair, big strong tackle from two Arangi Bears. Alistair to play the ball. Whippy out to Newbinging. Newbinging almost getting through, but Ayo hangs on tight as Cosmo comes in to bring him down. Newbig to play the ball. Jawalisi. Ayo To'u working hard on the fence, but got pinned there, not keeping his tackle low, just slightly high in the eyes of the... Oh, quick tap there sees Junior. Waste no time at all and head on under the sticks for the first try. And finally, first points on the board in the form of Junior for the Tupapa Panthers. And a lovely piece of work there from Junior, you know, knew exactly what was happening on the field, knew exactly where everybody was, knew what to do and when to do it, and just quickly tapped that ball, post-haste, found himself underneath the uprights for the first points in this very tough match. Took just over 35 minutes to get the first points on the board via a quick penalty tap and try there to the Tupapa Panthers. And just a quick announcement from our second round of the Cook Islands Women's Rugby League competition. And this was conversion successful there. So that's 6 now to the Tupapa Panthers. Arangi yet to score. And back to the results from the women's competition. We had the Tupapa Lady Pandas going up against the Arangi Lady Bears. The Lady Pandas coming away victorious 8 points to 6. Well done to the Lady Pandas as well as the Lady Bears in a fiercely fought match. And in the second match of the afternoon, the Avachu Lady Eels went up against the Titikavaka Lady Bulldogs. And the Lady Eels coming away with their first game, an impressive victory, 30 points to 10 against the Lady Bulldogs. Arangi Bears with the kickoff, Fale to get things back underway. And again, the big running prop. And Tuwalu to play the ball. He's been a menace for the Arangi Bears in the form of running and taking 3 defenders to bring him down. A lovely tap there from behind the rock. Junior finds... And Junior finds Tevita back on the inside, who manages to get an extra 10 meters. Junior back in the form of play, gives it out to Oki to Sameli. Sameli skips that pass out all the way to their winger, young Ngatangiia. Manages to find himself behind the white line and put a second try on the board for the Panthers, just waiting for the referee to give the call. Yes, the try has been awarded. Great stuff from the young man on the wing, Ngatangiia. So that's 10 points up now for the Tupapa Panthers. You know, and I do keep mentioning how hot it is here today, and just having a look at our meter, we're looking at 30 degrees Celsius at the moment, so it is a scorcher of a day. Even though we have the clouds blocking out the sun, very fortunate for the players, because without those clouds, I'm sure our temperature would be a lot more over 30 degrees. But at the moment, Tupapa Panthers looking very, very hot, 10 points up. And Tua Ravula puts on more points for his team, a successful conversion. That's 12 points now to the Panthers. Arangi Bears yet to find their way on the other side of the line. And a lovely deep kick there. Filimoni underneath this. Hands it off to and a loose carry there from Lelewaga. Oh, sorry, a loose tackle there from Benedito sees a penalty for the Tupapa Panthers. And just like that, Tuarabula wasting no time at all, finding the sideline and taking his team all the way up to the 50-meter mark. And Barry, wasting no time at all, taps and go, almost losing the ball in the impact. Great tackle there from the Arangi Bears. Barry to play. Tawalu, big hit there from Tonorio. And manages to offload, even they had 2 tacklers in there. Big, strong carry there. Tupapa still have possession of the ball. Sameli brought down by 2 strong tacklers. Tua bouncing around, trying to find his way, but goes behind his player and loses possession of the ball, gives it back on over to the Arangi Bears, and Arangi Bears will be in the light not to be on the fence at the moment. We'll be looking at getting themselves out of trouble. They're deep within their red zone. And decides to find the touchline, get some extra meters for his team. Logan to start and get things underway, decides to take this himself. 2 tacklers to bring him down. Logan Berenesi to play the ball. Taio at acting half. Daniels still going, brought down, finally brought down. Benitito, big strong run there. Jazz brought down from that ankle tap off Tua. Spoon, Masters, off to Tonorio. Tonorio, 2 big defenders to bring him down. Masters at half. Gives it off to Benitito. Benitito, big strong carry. Finally brought down. Final is the call from the referee. Basil, Matapo, puts it in the air. Filimoni claims this very easily. Filimoni to play the ball. Tua decides to take it himself. Manages to get the offload, but dragged out of the field of play. Putoru couldn't quite get away from Maui and Daniel. Easily drag him over to the side and regather possession. A very timely position to be in for the Bears as well. Needs to put points on the board to stay in contention of this game. Tonorio takes one down for his team. Masters directing his team. Out to Matapo. Matapo to Puruya. Puruya takes 2 defenders to bring him down. Quickly plays the ball. Spoon out to Tonorio. Tonorio knows one thing, run straight. Brought down by Jolovesi. And again, Masters to Matapo. Matapo to Fale. Soyalo. Brought down by Junior and 2 other defenders to bring him down. Matapo at dummy half. Decides to have a go himself. Almost eluding the players and wiggling his way through, but just short. Ayo. Out to Masters. Masters, numbers wide if he can get it there. Decides to have a little chip through, grubble through for himself, but the ball beats the man over the sideline. Great thinking there from the Arangi veteran, Spoon Masters. Just the rest of the players didn't quite read his play and follow through with it. So Jolovesi quickly starts things for Tupapa and gets them underway. Plays there first. Tua from dummy half. Pick and go. Manages to get around 1, 2 defenders. Almost got away from the third. The 4th man brings him down. Ravula to play. Whippy decides to come back on the blind side. Uki takes it down for his team. That's their second. Whippy to Junior. Junior. Out to Tualu. Manages to offload the ball, but loose carry. Nobody was seeing that. Junior goes back to pick it up for his team, losing an extra few meters, but Filimoni finds a gap, a lovely gap to be in. Step, and around again, putting Logan in and out, and manages to get on the outside of Logan Pirinesi. That is a beautiful try, individual from Filimoni, but all from that loose pass. Junior had to regather. Almost lost possession of the ball, almost lost yards, but then Filimoni, elusive running play there in open space, managing to elude a few of the defenders and just escaping all the rest, put Logan in and out and managing to get on the outside to score a beautiful try in the corner there. So that's 16 points now for the Tupapa Pandas with the conversion to come. And Barry to kick this conversion attempt. Had the distance, just didn't have the accuracy. So conversion unsuccessful. The hooter has sounded for halftime, so we'll be heading to the sheds for a break. Much needed break for both these teams. You know, they need to go and listen to their respective coaches for their second half. Tupapa Pandas, coached by Darren Pitti, and the Arangi Bears by Bobby Hansen. Tupapa Pandas at the moment, 16 points up. Arangi Bears yet to cross over their white line and put their first points on the board. But we'll be heading for a break. See you all in the second half.
We're out of fuel, so we ship back to the world's most beautiful lagoon. Chillax, bro. All in time. You know what the people always say? They love the freedom here.
I love the freedom here.
On the brand.
Of course some people are used to it. It's out of their comfort zone.
Darling, I've been thinking.
Yes?
Let's explore the island. Discover its wonders.
Leave the resort? Have you gone insane?
I'm sick of holidays stuck in the one place. Same meals, same beach, day in, day out.
What about the children? What if we get lost?
We'll all go. The island's only 32 kilometers around.
Oh, the bus, darling.
Yes, clockwise and anti-clockwise. If we miss our stop, it'll come around again soon enough.
Yes, you're right. Come on, children. We're off on an adventure.
Nothing beats exploring our little paradise with the wind in your hair.
There's no clutch, just turn the key on and away you go. Have fun. Ka kite.
Like a sail, boss.
What about the tourists who hire a car?
Well, jet ski and Kukalan's driver's license. But get this, in other countries, in your photo, it's against the law to smile.
What?
Yeah, it's against the law not to smile. You're in a little paradise now. And the best part, you can park for free anywhere in the whole country. Except for the one place you don't park.
Why not?
So you in a good mood? Yep. Loving the high seas, free as a bird. Out of snacks. Well, what? We've run out. You've eaten them all. I thought they were just starters. You know, it's not so long ago we used to be cannibals.
What's the first thing that you're gonna eat when you get back?
A big fish sandwich. Huge and fresh eggs.
Can I have a tuna sandwich, please?
Sorry, hun, out of tuna today, but I'll check. We've just got fresh mai and fresh coconut sorbet for dessert.
I'm never gonna leave my little paradise again.
It was only 30 meters, and you walk.
And welcome back to the second half of a very intense match here between the Arangi Bears and the Tupapa Pandas. Tupapa Pandas managing to put 16 points on the board just before the break. Arangi Bears yet to score, but Arangi Bears have possession of the ball. Benitito settles this for their second. Nelson now comes in for the third. Two defenders to bring him down. And a lovely running charge there from Maui. Brought down though. So this is their final play. Masters finds Basil Matapo, puts it in the air. And a big challenge there from Filimoni. Oh, couldn't quite take it cleanly. Good rush there from Basil Matapo, just enough to put Filimoni off of his game there. Filimoni has been elusive in the back there for the Tupapa Pandas, has been very safe so far, but this quick challenge there from Basil Matapo, just enough to put him off of his game and losing possession of the ball for the Panthers. Bears regather, back-to-back plays. Matapo to feed the scrum. Puruia. And markers not square. Easy penalty for the Bears. Third consecutive play now. Nelson charges it towards the try line. Brought down by two Tupapa defenders. Billy out to Logan. Logan one-on-one. Brought down with the second man just in tow. Billy. Nice pass there to Maui. Maui met by three Tupapa defenders. Short of the try line. Just inches away from the try line. Maui to play. Billy at dummy. Out to Spoon. Masters to Matapo. Matapo finds Puruia back on the inside. Puruia met by Ravula. Brought down. Puruia to play the ball. Masters at dummy. Out to Billy. Billy finds the form of Nelson back on the inside. 2 defenders to bring him down. And lifting the leg horizontally, easy automatic penalty for the Arangi Bears there. Dangerous tackle has given a penalty for the Bears. Ayotou looking for his playmakers on what they want to do. And yep, tap the ball is the call. Nelson runs it at the line again. But loose carry from that impact there. Hands the ball on over to the Panthers. Panthers now running the ball out from their red zone. Ngatangiia, big strong run from the youngster. And unlucky there from Junior on that loose carry. Ngatangiia sustained a bit of injury from the impact earlier. Good to see the youngsters out there taking the field in the Premier Grade, 18 years of age. But the impact there he has incurred some injury from the impact towards the head, so medic team is just there to assist him and make sure everything is okay. So possession has been handed on over to the Arangi Bears. Arangi Bears will be looking to try and put the first points on the board for their team here. And fatigue still on the agenda with handling errors. Easy pickup there from Basil Matapo. Just went through his hands and hands it on over to the Toowoomba Panthers. Panthers now to run this from within their 20-meter mark. Just outside of their 20-meter mark. And Panthers playing it safe, runs it from behind the ruck. Jovelesi to play. Samili, pick and go. Bumping one defender, 2 more to bring him down. Whippy brings Salafi back on the inside. Salafi met by his markers. And losing possession of the ball, but referee, yes, I thought he was calling that a strip to in the tackle, but no, that was a loose carry from Salafi there. Great tackle from the 2 markers, already done their job, but done more. And with it, results have handed the ball back into their hands. So Bears with the scrum feed. Basil out to Billy. Billy looking for his players, finds himself into open space, but brought down by Tua Ravula. Daniel from dummy half. That's their second now for the Bears. Masters trying to muster up something for his team. Finds Logan. Almost breaking through 2 tacklers. A third one comes in to help bring him down. Just stopping him meters away from the try line. Masters finds Billy. Billy looking for runners in the form of Benitito. Nice strong carry there from Benitito. Met aggressively by 2 defenders. Masters finds Basil Motopo. Dummies out on the outside, managing to find a player into open space and score their first points on the board. Referee has awarded that's Arangi Bears' first try of this match. A lovely play there from the experienced combinations at the half of Masters Motopo as well as Billy the Kid. Basil Motopo been very elusive for his team, mustering up certain plays here and there. Couldn't quite get the results they needed earlier. Finally, they have crossed on over for their first points in this very intense match. Basil now with his conversion attempt. Matapu. And pinballs it into the goal. A beautiful two-pointer there from Basil Matapu. Just ricocheting off of the right-hand side of the goalpost and lands it in. Much needed points to his team. So that's 6 to the Bears, closing in on the Panthers' 16-point lead. So Panthers to restart. Tuoravula with the kickoff. Puruia runs this in for the Bears. And now Staka for the Bears from dummy half. Benitito once again finally breaks through the line. Benitito one-on-one with the fullback, decides to run it straight to him and loses possession of the ball. Had his players on the side, didn't quite read that well. Thought he could muscle up on the Tupapa Panthers fullback. And again, the ball has been handed back on over to the Arangi Bears. A very intense back-to-back plays here from both sides. Arangi hot on the attack. Matapu finds Nelson back on the inside. But driven back by 3 defenders. Ayo finds Puruia. Puruia met by 2 strong defenders to bring him down. Ayo at dummy half. To'u to Matapu. Matapu back to Benitito. Benitito once again knows one way. That's straight to the defensive line. Benitito a bit slow this time to play the ball. Matapu out to Billy. Billy to Logan. Couldn't quite get that back on the inside, so Jubilesi picks up a loose pass. And Panthers once again loses possession of the ball. Fale Soyala wasting no time at all. Heads towards the try line, brought down by Puturu F a try-scoring tackle, and Maui manages to get his way in between the defensive line, dives on over for a beautiful try. Will the referee award it? Yes, he has. A beautiful try there from the Arangi Bears. Loose play, loose passes, loose everything was happening. Ball was going one way, then the other. Somehow it managed back into the hands of Arangi Bears, and it got to this young man, Nicholas Maui, who puts on the second try for the Arangi Bears. So that's 10 points up now, just 6 away from the Tupapa Panthers lead. And Matapu with the conversion attempt to bring the scores even closer. Hey. Matapu. And slots it in, closes the scoreline. Great conversion there from Basil Matapu. 4 points away from the Tupapa Panthers lead now. So Arangi Bears, that's 12 points to them. Ngatangiia Bears closing the gap very quickly in the second half. Tupapa Panthers looking for the restart. A lovely deep kick there, but Puruia ready to charge his way forward for his team. Puruia takes one down. Taka at acting half decides to scoop and go himself. 2 defenders to bring him down. And Jazz took a few steps away from where he should be playing the ball. Matapo to Tonoreo. Tonoreo knows one way forward. Almost getting through. Whippy and Salafi doing enough to bring him down. Nelson now charges his way. Brings in the markers to do extra work. Masters to Tonoreo once again. Big strong run met aggressively by Alistair. Eric Newbing. Big tackle on the even bigger running forward. Matapo puts it in the air. Filimoni gets himself under but didn't take it on the full. Almost got caught there from an unseen Billy, just seeing him just in time and getting away from any dangerous tackle on himself. Filimoni doing exceptional stuff at the back there for the Panthers. Jovelesi, pick and go. Puturu now at acting half. Puturu gets extra meters for his team. Just short of the halfway line. Whippy now decides to do a mousetrap. And Jovelesi back on the inside into open space. Supporting him, Junior back on the inside. Ngatangiia defenders doing just enough to stop any more attacking advance from the Panthers. Panthers still hot on the attack. Launches it out wide to Tua. Tua Ravula spots a gap, half a chance, and manages to wiggle himself through and finds himself under the uprights for a lovely try for the Tupapa Panthers there, pushing their lead even further to 20 points now. Great individualism there from Tua Ravula to find his way behind the uprights and score a 4th try for the Tupapa Panthers. And that puts them in front 20 points with a conversion attempt to come from Barry. Barry Peretti with the conversion attempt. Ioane has been exceptional out on the wing for the Panthers and slots this in with ease, but took a little while for both touch judges to raise their flag, as it looked like it did go under the goalpost there, but no, it has been converted. And the score now, that's 22 points to the Tupapa Panthers. Ngatangiia Bears on 12. Filimoni catches it with ease, decides to run it himself. 3 defenders to bring him down. Great stuff from the Tupapa fullback. And taking too long on the finger and putting his knee into the player, sees Nelson get a penalty handed on over to the Panthers. So Ngatangiia Bears will be told to march 10 meters back, but I'm sure they'll be going even further with players like Junior and that to find the sideline. But oh, they've left it for, no. Yes, here comes Tua. And Tua looks for the longer side, decides to, yes, manages to get it out. So very lucky for Panthers there to get that ball out. Junior with the restart. Sameli, another person who knows one way, that's forward. Sameli to play the ball. Junior, out to Eric. Eric goes through one, but two more to bring him down. Whippy, in and out, backdoor. Tua finds the man up in the outside, unmarked. Arangi defenders scrambling to shut down any advancing play from the unmarked winger. And play on as Panthers take in their fourth. That's the Panthers' fourth play now. Juggling the ball, but manages to bring it back in. Two defenders to take him down. Salafi plays the ball. Whippy. Jovalisi, short ball to Eric. Eric wrapped up, and that is their final hand on over. Arangi Bears just short of their try line, running themselves out of their red zone. Matapo plays the ball. Taka takes it from dummy half. Almost driven back. And offside is the call. Lazy work from Tupapa Panthers. Had the opportunity to go for a quick play, but Cosma decides to find the line to get themselves extra meters before tapping the ball. Matapo to kick. Matapo finds the sideline. Bears now with the restart. Tayo decides to take it himself. Tayo to play the ball. And another penalty given away. Kelly, extra strong run from the Arangi center, and just enough to cause disruption and give them a penalty. Logan, wasting no time at all, picks this ball up, looks for the side. Big kick from Perenesi. Arangi Bears positioned well deep into the Pandas territory. Puruia takes the first for the Bears. To'u couldn't quite keep his hands firm on that play there, loses the ball. So Panthers regather possession of the ball, escaping a very strong and promising attacking opportunity from the Bears. Junior ready to feed the scrum. And a strong tackle there from three defenders, stopping him in his tracks. Felimoni trying to get around him and tackle just enough to disrupt play, carry on. There was no strip involved in there, and he did not need to force the pass. So that loose carry hands the ball back on over to the Panthers with a scrum feed. Panthers now with the scrum feed. Tua Double cut gives it out to Filimoni. Filimoni working very hard in this match. Barry out to Salafi. Salafi knows one way. Oh, and loses possession of the ball, but the referee is calling a penalty, giving a penalty from that impact there. And coming in with the shoulder, so he's been shown the marching orders to head to the sin bin for 10 minutes from a dangerous tackle. In there, no hands involved is what the referee is saying, so the shoulder came into it, and no wonder the ball went ricocheting out of Salafi's hands there. So Panthers, penalty kick to the sideline, getting themselves an extra 10 meters from where they got that penalty. And referee just telling them to wait until the other ball is off the field. 2 balls on the field. Score, 22 points to the Panthers, 12 to Arangi Bears with less than 10 minutes remaining in this match. Sameli, the first tackle for the Panthers. Junior finds Eric. Eric to Alistair. Alistair takes it in. 2 defenders to bring him down. Jovelisi runs it back behind the ruck. Brought down by 2 Arangi Bear defenders. Quick play there. Backdoor to Tua. Tua decides to take it himself. Getting half a gap. Offloading to Barry. Barry takes this in. 3 defenders to bring him down. Logan slows it enough for his team to get back onto their defensive line. And numbers out wide did not need that. The dummy was enough from Filimoni to cross on over for yet another lovely try by the Tupapa Panthers. That's 26 points up now for the Panthers. And Filimoni's second try this afternoon. Filimoni been working very, very hard in this match and has been rewarded by that beautiful try. You know, he did have quite a lot of hard work to get there, managing to throw the dummy just enough to disrupt the tackling defender and getting over the try line for a beautiful try and pushing his team 26 points up, a comfortable lead to be in right now against the Arangi Bears. And conversion attempt to be taken by Junior. Junior as well been in excellent form for the Panthers, finding the right players at the right time. For Filimoni's first try, you know, that was a great piece of work there. Junior had to go all the way back to retrieve that loose ball, but even doing so, picked up Filimoni into open space, and that was it. Didn't look back until he crossed on over the white line and scored a beautiful try in the corner in that first half. And for his efforts again, with his hard work on defense, manages to get his second. And Junior, unsuccessful on that conversion attempt. The score remains with the Panthers on 26 points. The Bears putting on 12. And it seems like the clouds have opened up and let the sun through. It is very hot out there now. I'm sure the temperature has climbed up an extra 2-3 degrees. So we're probably looking at about 34 degrees out there for our athletes taking to the field. And a loose ball there, but that little juggle from Filimoni, a unfortunate mistake from the hard-working fullback, has seen possession handed on over for the Arangi Bears, and a well-positioned place for them to be in, right in front of the goalpost, 20 meters into the try line, and definitely be looking at one of their set plays to pull off from the scrum here. Billy decides to take this in for his team. Nowhere to go. Reset. Restructure yourselves. Cosma now eludes one defender. 2 more to bring him down. Tao to play the ball. And Cosma picking up a penalty for his team. Needs to keep his cool not to turn that penalty to the other side. Masters to restart. Daniel takes this in. Tom Daniel plays the ball for the Bears. Matopo decides to go out, comes back in, takes it himself, wrapped up by 2 defenders. Masters now at dummy half. Masters takes it himself. Sorry, Daniel takes it himself. Tom Daniels short of the try line. Now To'u at dummy half. Finds Masters in the back. Masters launches it out wide. Straight into the head of a running defender, Eric Newbinging. Fale had to retrieve this ball 30 meters behind. So Arangi Bears losing at least 25 meters from where they first were. And there should be a 0 count because that came off the head of the Tupapa Pandas player, but the referee is not restarting the count. Arangi Bears hot on the attack. And loose pass there picked up by the Tupapa Pandas. Referee has blown his whistle and has called for a scrum for the Tupapa Pandas. So he just blew his whistle to calm everyone down. It was getting a little exciting in that corner there as the Arangi were hot on the attack and had some promising runs coming through. But disruption from the Tupapa Pandas players on defense has just done enough to cause an error in the form of a loose carry there. So scrum is on the agenda for the Tupapa Pandas, running themselves out from the red zone. Filimoni from the back of the scrum. Referee didn't see that. Filimoni plays the ball. Salafi decides to take it himself. Nelson wraps him up and another 2 tacklers come in. Cosma. Oh, still manages to get away from all of those defenders. Good run there from Salafi Tovio. Salafi to play the ball. Puturu has a go from dummy half, gets a few extra meters for his team, nearly 10 meters for his team. Soealo slams him to the ground. Jovelesi to Newbinging. Newbinging brought down by 2 defenders. The dust sure is showing as Junior leaves them all behind in their tracks, but couldn't quite, didn't touch the ball is what the referee is saying. Carry on, and will he award the try? No, he will talk to his assistant because he needs all the help he can get from that brilliant individualism from Junior there, realizing nobody was behind, puts a little grubber in and takes it himself. Manages to cross on over the line, and yes, the call was try awarded. Manages to clean that ball up and take it in cleanly. So that's 30 points on the board now for the Tupapa Pandas. Conversion attempt to come from Tuoravula. And great individualism there from Junior, realizing exactly where they were on the field. All the defenders, nobody at the back, and just put it through, backed himself, and manages to put a beautiful individual try there, extending their lead 30 points up. Ravula now with the attempt. And unsuccessful on that, so the score will remain 30 points to the Tupapa Pandas, a very comfortable lead as we wind down the clock in the last 5 minutes of this match. Or could be less than 2 minutes to go. It has been a cracker of an afternoon, and this was the first of our double header. A great opportunity for all rugby league fans here in the Cook Islands to be out at one venue and enjoy all the rugby league action. Great initiative here from the Cook Islands Rugby League Association to put all teams at one venue for everybody to enjoy. So I hope all our viewers will be enjoying a double header this afternoon. Big strong run there from the Tupapa prop. 4 defenders to bring him down. Whippy runs it out from dummy half, decides to take it himself. Jovelisi decides to offload the ball and breaks through 1, but 2 more bring him down. Referee sees a high tackle on that, just slipped up. Masters thinks it's him. Masters done all he could do correctly, but Fale just managing to slip his tackle up, resulting in a penalty for the Pandas. And Tua, wasting no time, looks towards the side, getting his team extra meters. Puturu throws it in. Sameli ready to get things underway. Sameli taps, offloads to Junior. Junior out to Alistair. Alistair to take this in. 3 defenders to bring him down. Jovelisi, big strong run. Brought down by 2 tacklers. And nice offload there from Barry out to Eric Newbiggie. I thought the tackle was made, but the referee has allowed play on. And a beautiful try has resulted from that. So that puts them on 34 points. Great try from Eric Newbig. He has been in excellent form this afternoon, a workhorse for the Pandas. Whether it is running or tackling or they, and for his efforts, he's been rewarded with a lovely try there. And great play from Barry to keep the ball alive and offloading it for a barnstorming run there by Eric Newbing, putting 34 points on the board. And conversion attempt by Akarima Tuwalu. Successful. So that's 36 points now for the Tupapa Pandas from that converted kick there from Akarima Tuwalu. So Pandas even further in front with 36 points. Bears with the restart. And just doing enough on their short kick for an error by Samili sees the Arangi Bears regather possession of the ball. Puruia now on the charge. Masters to Penitito. Penitito being in excellent form for the Bears this afternoon. Masters out to Billy. Billy looking for his runners, decides to take it in himself. Masters finds Basil Matapo. Basil skips it out. Misses Puruia. Cosmo picks the ball up. Takes it in. 2 defenders to bring him down. To'u at dummy half. Puruia. Big strong run. 3 defenders to bring him down. Andrew Puruia to play the ball. Masters looks for Penitito coming on the inside. Penitito manages to get through, but knock on is the call from the referee. Great play there from Masters and Penitito with the little grubber. Penitito had himself in, but a little fumble in the end has resulted in a knock on. Sorry, that's not from the Bears, that's from the Tupapa Pandas. So it must have been a double knock on, which is resulting in a dropout. A line dropout, goal line dropout for the Pandas. So Arangi regather possession, back-to-back consecutive plays. Will the Bears be able to capitalize on this opportunity and put more points on the board for them? Matapo finds Soyalo. Soyalo sizes up to the fence. 2 defenders, still taking them with him. Manages to finally bring him down. Decides to go to the blind side. Cosma takes it in. Big hit there on the defense. Cosma to play the ball. Masters out to Matapo. Matapo finds Billy. Billy looking for runners. Takes it in himself once again. Masters now at dummy half. Logan on the blind. Decides to take it in himself. Quick play. Nobody on the inside, but Masters decides to send it out. Numbers out wide. Nice strong carry from the outside center. But injured himself from the impact of the defense still. Kelly Siganimate has been in excellent form for the Arangi Bears out on the center. Just found himself second best after that impact there. Put under here. And we just waited for the injured player to be taken off and we resume play again. Lovely kick in the corner there, but received by Tuwalu. Taken in cleanly, but brought down aggressively from Logan. Panthers Junior playing the ball. Shifting the ball very quickly and pays off for them as Joe Levesi has found himself into open space. Didn't need to get the pass away. Gets around the defense. Nobody's on the inside defending, but the referee is right there to make that call and has deemed that forward. That was a promising run there from the Tupapa Panthers. Joe Levesi finding himself into open space and still getting around the defense and managing to get down to the other end, launches it back on the inside, but not bouncing cleanly, just going slightly forward. So Arangi Bears pick up the scrum feed. Matapo now to get things underway. Logan manages to get it off to Daniel. Daniels takes this in. Tom Daniels to play the ball. Logan from dummy half manages to brush one off, two off. Big tackle from Eric. Almost losing possession of that little juggle there. Eric launching himself in after that defensive play from last tackle. Soyalo manages to get away from two more to bring him down. Masters at dummy half. Benitito decides to pass it back to Matapo. Matapo to Cosmo. Cosmo made aggressively, still going. Now Howard has been caught. Cosmo to play the ball. Matapo at dummy half. Sorry. Matapo kicking the ball. Puturu to clean it up at the back. Puturu still running. Two to bring him down. Big run there from Puturu. Puturu to play the ball. Big strong run there. And just getting a bit careless there from some aggressive little niggly plays that was going on between them. And Fale didn't like what was happening. Barry didn't like what was happening. Both players didn't like what was happening. So started throwing fist and all at each other. But come later, they'll all be at the same place drinking and celebrating today's match. So what happens out on the field stays out on the field, ladies and gentlemen, because later on, I guarantee you, those two guys will be with the kava boat, drinking together, celebrating the night away. Referee having a word to the captains. You know, it has been a fantastic match, and just these little niggly things are starting to get to the players, as we just saw that little eruption with fist of flares going on there. So Tuolua will have no choice but to have a steady words to both offending players, and decides to not muck around and send them into the bin. And like I said, not just those two who were fighting each other, but also the referee will probably be joining them all together, drinking later on, celebrating today's events. So all in all, what happens on the field stays on the field. It is what it is. It was unfortunate that it escalated that way, but it is a very hot and intense day out here at Nukupure Park. So the Panthers pick up an easy penalty, and Tua, wasting no time at all, finds the sideline. So that will be it for Barry and Fale. They won't be returning to the field because the hooter has pretty much sounded, and Tupapa will have the last say of this game. They decide to launch this ball out to the outside, and Sameli running back on the inside. Uki finds himself in possession of the ball, trying to offload the ball, but Basil keeps him in. Still, ball is carry on. Referee allows play, but they have finally taken them out of the field of play. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen, for our first match this afternoon between the Tupapa Panthers, who have come away victorious with 36 points, but going up a very strong and determined Arangi Bears team, who just managed to put 8 points on the board this afternoon. Congratulations to both teams. who came out here for round 3 of the Cook Islands Rugby League competition. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with our second match this afternoon. And that will be between the host, Ngatangiia Seagulls, going up against the Awatu Nikau Eels.
We're out of fuel, so we shipwrecked at the world's most beautiful lagoon. Chillax, bro. All in time. You know what the people always say? They love the freedom here.
I love the freedom here.
On the brain.
Of course some people are new to me. It's out of their comfort zone.
Darling, I've been thinking.
Yes?
Let's explore the island. Discover its wonders.
Leave the resort? Have you gone insane?
I'm sick of holidays stuck in the one place. Same meals, same beach, day in, day out.
What about the children? What if we get lost?
We'll all go. The island's only 32 kilometers around.
Oh, the bus, darling.
Yes, clockwise and anti-clockwise. If we miss our stop, it'll come around again soon enough.
Yes. Yes, you're right. Come on, children. We're off on an adventure.
Nothing beats exploring our little paradise with the wind in your hair.
There's no clutch, just turn the key on and away you go. Have fun. Ka kite.
Like a sail, boss.
What about the tourists who hire a car?
Well, you have to get a Cook Islands driver's license. But get this, in other countries, in your photo, it's against the law to smile.
What?
Yeah, it's against the law not to smile. You're in a little paradise now. And the best part, you can park for free anywhere in the whole country. Except for the one place you don't park.
Well, why not?
So you in a good mood? Yep. Loving the high seas, free as a bird. We're out of snacks. Well, what? We've run out. You've eaten them all. I thought they were just starters. You know, it's not so long ago we used to be cannibals.
What's the first thing that you're gonna eat when you get back?
A big fish sandwich. Huge and fresh eggs.
Can I have a tuna sandwich, please?
Sorry, hun, out of tuna today, but I'll check. We've just got fresh mai and fresh coconut sorbet for dessert.
I'm never gonna leave my little paradise again.
It's almost only 30 meters, and you walk.
Sorry, baby.
I know just how he feels. We love this little paradise too.
Let's never leave. Children, we'll live here forever.
Welcome back to our second match in this double-header for the Cook Islands Rugby League 2023 Round 3 competition. It is the host, Ngatangiia Matavira Sea Eagles, going up against the Awatu Nikau Eels. Awatu Eels and their famous yellow and blue colors, Ngatangiia and their famous maroon and white. Awatu to kick off, Leo with a big kick to the back. Kave receives this well. That's one for Ngatangiia. Kerbel at acting half. Kerbel gives it to Mato. Big Davy Mato knows one way forward. 3 defenders to bring him down. Now Amma decides to offload to Usa. Usa brought down by 2 strong defenders. Amma charges towards the line, met aggressively by Aiden Kapi. Sharky Henry as well. Backdoor to Daniel. Daniel Toa launches it down to the other end. Akava gets underneath. Brian Akava, fullback for Awatu. Looking for an opportunity, sees half a gap and busts through. Great chasing there from Daniel. Still. And back on the inside, Viga. Great support and the first try already on the board from the form of Viga Ruipena. But Brian Akawa started it all from at the back. Saw half a gap, half a opportunity. Launched his way through, trusted himself and manages to slip through. Chased down by the defenders and had the support of Viga Ruipena. And a great try there for the Eels very early in this match. Vinga showing exceptional skills, supporting his plays. That's exactly what he wants to be done to him when he's in open territory and an open space. Very elusive player. And with his support there on Brian Akava, I'm pretty sure he'll want the same from Brian and the rest of his teammates later on in this match. At the moment, 4 points on the board for Awatu Eels. Conversion to come from Leo Roa. Roa with a successful conversion, putting them 6 points up. A great strong start from the Awatu Eels. Very early, within the first minute of this match, I would say. Hard work is on the agenda for the Sea Eagles. But Sea Eagles boasting very young, exceptional players as well as seasoned players. So a mixture of depth of players from the Sea Eagles. I'm pretty sure we'll see some sparks of form from them. Lecky, very strong run. Vane now, Vane Yone charges it to the Ngatangiia defense. Brought down by 3 tacklers. Vane to play. James Nan at dummy half, out to Leo. Leo finds the form of big Toru Katsuke. Met aggressively by 2 big strong tacklers. Good to see Vaki out at Ngatangiia and helping them out. Eagles on the attack. Devita brought down as he was heading into open space. Oh, sorry, Nathan. Tevita out to Leo. Leo to Katsuke. Katsuke knows one way, but decides to let it go. Rui Pena out to Leki. Leki finds their center. Beautiful step on the inside, finding open space. Couldn't quite get the pass away. Brought down. Leki with a big strong surge on the final play. Busts his way through the tackling defense, crossing on over for a beautiful try, just waiting for the referee to award it. And yes, the try has been awarded, so that is the second on the table for the Awachu Eels through their captain. Leki knows one way, that's straight through that defensive wall, managing to bust through 3 tacklers and crossing on over for their second try. That's 10 points on the board now for the Awachu Eels. And kicking duties will stay with Leo Roa. Very, very hot afternoon as the clouds have opened up. No more overcast for the players out on the field. And the sun sure is a scorcher, at least it is in the evening, so the temperature has actually dropped. We should be around to 24 degrees now, still very hot here in the Cook Islands. And a very successful conversion there from Leo Roa all the way from the sideline. Great kick from the playmaker Leo Roa to put 12 points on the board now for the Awachu Eels. Toa with the restart. Viga claims it for his team, and Aiden Kapi met aggressively from the defense. Big strong run, biggest tackle. Vanya now picks and goes, manages to weave around the defense, finds his way to the ground. Loose play going on there from what was a very late tackle onto a very small and thing. So Toru Katsuki just reacting to his young and small playmaker, keeping him safe out there because that was a dangerous tackle on him. The ball was already gone, wasn't needed, and it was still made. So we'll just see what the referee has to say about this. You know, things like that shouldn't be taking place in our beautiful sport of rugby league here. This is what we are trying to wean out of the competition. Even retaliation. So even though the Ngatangiia Sea Eagle player instigated the problem there, it was the retaliation from Katsuki that has resulted in a penalty for the Ngatangiia Matavira Sea Eagles. But you know, going back to that sort of careless play, the referees need to iron out those sort of things, eliminate them, and it will stop them from reoccurring later on in the competition. Back to the game at hand. Ngatangiia from that little error. Vaki losing the ball, hands it on over to Awachu. Nathan now takes it in. Nathan, half a chance, almost gets through. Brought down by Amma. Aiden now, big strong run. Again, 3 tacklers to bring him in. James manages to pick up the offload and gives it off to Tevita. Tevita offloads again as well. And loose carry was knocked forward. So referee has caught that back to come down for a scrum feed. Will be the Sea Eagles ball. You know, I did mention about the Sea Eagles players. They have quite a depth of players from young all the way to experienced and seasoned players. And it is great to see them muster up a team this year for the 2023 competition. Ama offloads to Vaki. Vaki takes it in. Almost brought down and lost a tackler there, but two more come in and wrap him up. Bell to Ama. Ama takes it in himself. Ama takes it in. Bell off to Usa. Usa knows one way. That's forward. Gets a few extra meters for his team. Usa to play. Bell to Ama. Ama offloads. Big strong hit. Still gets up to play the ball. Big Davy Mato. Aggressive run. Bigger hit. But the referee has called a shoulder on that tackle. So the Sea Eagles pick up another penalty. Toa looking to the sideline. Gets his team an extra few meters. Ngatangiia now on the attack. That's one for Ngatangiia. Bell decides to skirt himself and have a go. Almost getting through, just brought down short of the line, inches away. Ngatangiia throwing everything they can at the Eels defense, but just pulling up short. Inches from the try line. Big Davy Mato caught off guard. Overture defense, rush defense, I would say, managing to disrupt the Sea Eagles' attacking play. Toa to play the ball. Bell throwing the ball out wide. And young Daniels losing possession of their ball. A knock-on has been called from the referee, so scrum for the Overture Eels. Timely scrum now for the Eels as the Sea Eagles looked very dangerous on attack there. And I'd just like to mention number 17 for the Ngatangiia Sea Eagles, young Ryan Daniel, playing in the Premier Men's, only 17 years of age. Actually still 16, turning 17 this year. So this young man has a bright future ahead of him for Rugby League. Great stuff, Ryan Daniel out there. Back to the game, Sharky now. Henry takes two defenders. Half a chance, but they manage to bring him down. James spots nobody at the back, decides to have a go himself, gets his team an extra 10 meters. Clever thinking from the young man. Now Viga comes into dummy half, finds his form. Shark, big run there, almost put down, but manages to brush off the first tackler. Two more bring him down. Then gets the ball out to Leo. Leo finds the back door in the form of Brian. Brian, lovely offload there to Tevita, with a beautiful inside pass to Nathan Nabo, crosses over the try line, but the referee is waiting and will have a word with his touch judge as he hasn't moved from, look like the forward pass, all the way back there from Brian to Tevita. A lovely piece of work there on the blind side, on the short side, but just the last pass picked up by the touch judge as forward, so no try for the Eels on that play. Sea Eagles gather possession of the ball and will be bringing this out just on their 20-meter mark. And we are just waiting for one of the Ngatangiia players who sustained an injury from an earlier altercation, being carried off of the field. Not too sure who the injured player is just of yet, but he does seem to have sustained a very bad injury to his leg, look like the ankle. And for him to be helped out like that, it must be a very severe injury. So unlucky for this young man to be limping out like that or carried out of the field of play. We will find out who it is in due time. And it looks like it might be, I could be wrong, but it might be Amani Ama. I'll come back to you on that injured player, and we will hopefully see him back out on the field of play. Yes, it was young Amani Ama, and it looked like he sustained a back injury from some very hard tackles there. Bo Daniels, brother of Ryan Daniels, takes this in for Seagulls. And a big hit from Aiden Kapi on Vaki. Vaki stands strong, plays the ball. Ngatangiia to play the ball. Kana, big strong run from Kana. Almost getting away from 3 tacklers, but Toru Katsuke pulls him down. Bell, out to Usa. Usa, almost getting through. Just got caught short. Bell finds Toa. Toa looking for his players, puts it in the air. And Vane didn't take the ball quite cleanly on the full. And Brian missing the ball altogether. Luckily for Vane to kick that ball, because Ryan Daniel looked like he was sure to score, but the referee has called for a penalty. I'm not too sure on what the penalty was called for. Ovichu wasting no time at all with the quick tap to get things underway. Nice strong carry from this young man out on centre for the Ovichu Eagles. Akava to Henry. Henry passes it on to Viinga. Sorry, Motu. Josh Motu to play the ball. Shaki takes it himself, looking to pass. Manages to get through. 1-2. Brought down hard and loses the ball. No, offside is the call. So Shaki, great thinking there to take it into the offside player, resulting in a penalty for the Eels. And Leo winding it down a bit, telling them to keep their cool, keep their calm, regather their thoughts. Viinga, big kick down the sideline. Nathan, all the way there, ready, waiting for his team. James taps the ball, and Tevita, big strong run, 3 tacklers to bring him down. Tevita Newsummer to play the ball. James, out to Motu. Motu, big strong run, almost half a chance to get through, brought down by 3 tacklers. Motu to play the ball. Out to Toru. Toru to Aiden. Backdoor to Leo. Tuvin goes for the short ball to Lecky. Lecky tried to offload, but just bounces forward as Brian claims that loose ball, heads on over for a no try. Some great plays coming off of the Ovichu Eels back play there. And then on the last play, faking the backdoor, hitting the short with Lecky, and Lecky didn't have to force the pass, should have just taken it to ground. Quick play because the numbers were out on their blind side. But just a quick little loose error there from trying to offload, force the pass, resulting in a knock-on. Sea Eagles regather possession and gets to run this out within their 20-meter. Toa now at halfback, ready to feed the scrum. Kave eludes 1, 2, but brought down by the 3rd. Leo tries to strip the ball. Kave quickly realizes and takes it down. Vaki overrunning his play, but luckily the ball went back into the hands of big Davy Mato, securing the ball for the Sea Eagles. Davy Mato to play the ball. Bell to Usa. Usa knows one way forward. Almost got away from Aiden, but wraps him up and brings him down. Bell to Kana. Kana, another one, knows one way. Almost worked on Rui Pena, but the second tackler came in, so that is a 2-man strip. Ngatangiia picks up an easy penalty, and Toa will be looking for the sideline to get much needed yards for his team. Sea Eagles quick to get to where they need to be. Daniel getting his team underway, sending out Bo Daniels. Big run there from Bo Daniels. Toa to Kana. Ngamata at acting half. Ngamata has a skirt. Couldn't quite get his footing, losing his way. Leki just lies on him and claims him for the third. Toa to Chase. Chase to Usa. Ngamata. Chase. Looking for his players. Decides to grab her. And James Nan just claims the ball and goes to ground. Surrender tackle. Leo has a go at the defense. Half a chance. 3 tacklers to bring him down. Nathan Nabo to play the ball. James to Ruipena. Ruipena finds Toru Katsuke. Toru Katsuke knows one way. That's run. Claiming as the ball was stripped. But referee says play on. And just losing possession of the ball as he went with the impact of that tackle there, Bo Daniels. So over to you. Lucky to escape an attacking opportunity from the Sea Eagles. Scrum feed. Eels ball. Kave. Out to Thor. Thor to Daniels. Ryan Daniels takes the ball in for his team. Daniels to play the ball. Thor to other Daniels. Both Daniels. 2 defenders to bring him down. Ngamata. Out to Kana. Kana to Caleb Chase. Caleb sends it out to Usa. Rusi losing the ball in the tackle. Couldn't quite keep possession of their ball. So New Summer claims it and will play this for the Eels. Shaki decides to take it himself. 3 tacklers to bring him down. Shark Henry to play the ball. James. Out to Josh. Josh Koroi. 2 tacklers to bring him down. Koroi to play the ball. Ruipena. Out to Leo. Leo finds the back door in the form of Brian Akava. Brian launches it out to speedster Nathan Nabo. Nathan Nabo out into open space. Kave, strong tackle at the back there. Just enough to disrupt play and cause an error from the Eels on their loose pass there, which goes out of the field of play. So Sea Eagles regather possession as the Eels looked very hungry and dangerous heading towards their try line. Scrum feed, Sea Eagles. Caleb Chase to get things underway. Chase out to Vaki. Vaki will just settle this in for his team. Ngamata to Chase. Chase finding his players. Rusi to take this in. Usa on the burst. 2 defenders to bring him down. James Nan and Josh Koroi. Usa to play the ball. Ngamata comes back to the blind side. Thor finds Bo Daniel back on the inside. Bo wrapped up by 2 defenders. Josh Motu and Rui Penavinga. Thor decides to send this back down, out into open space. Brian letting this bounce, but claims it and heads back onto the inside. Brian finds himself into open space and around players. And Ruipena once again on support, but a big tackle from Ryan Daniels onto Vigo Ruipena, losing possession and handing that ball back on over to the Seagulls. Great defense from the youngster. And again, 16 years of age, only turning 17 this year, already playing with the big boys and showing he has what it takes. Great tackle there from Ryan Daniel. Sea Eagles feed, Caleb Chase. Sends it out to Toa to Rusi. Oh, no. Sorry, there was Samiti Duri. Samiti to play the ball. Loose carry there, but Bo Daniels cleans this up and takes it down for his team. And Liza has come onto the field, taking it one in for his team. Ngamata solves an opportunity on the blind side. Josh trying to wrap Bo Daniels, but he manages to offload. Ngamata now takes it in. Got caught by Koroi. Big Bo Daniels brought down by two defenders. Last is on the agenda for the Sea Eagles. Final play. And Thor, big kick to the back. Vane claims this for his team, takes it down. Great running play there from Tevita Newsummer, but great tackle from Tomasi to bring him down. Over to you, still hot on the attack. Katsuke to play, Nathan, dummy half, Leo Roa. Has a go, offloads to Nathan. Nathan on the inside, brought down by three tacklers. Out to Leo, Leo to Winga. Winga spots a chance in the back, decides to kick. Vane on the chase. And no, try not awarded, knocked on by the winger Vane Ioane. So Kave will take this ball back onto the inside and get things underway, wasting no time at all, but the referee says no. Get back to the 20-meter mark and wait for my whistle. So Kave, ready to get things underway, gives it off to big Bo Daniels to settle it for him. Back out to brother. Ryan Daniels met aggressively in the tackle and losing possession of the ball. Ruinga, Ruipena, very hard tackle there on the youngster. Unfortunate for Ryan on that impact there. He's been doing exceptional stuff this afternoon for the Sea Eagles. Scrum now for the Awichu Eels. Vinga, out to Leo. Leo to Nuisama. Nuisama launches it out to Nathan. Nathan, unexpected there. Ball didn't need to skip out. Lecky. Loose pass there. Knocked on. Couldn't be claimed incorrectly from Nathan Nabo. So the Sea Eagles regather possession. And that was just the first for the Eels. Already throwing the ball away. Sea Eagles opportunity on the table to put some points on the board for themselves this afternoon. That's one for the Sea Eagles. Deciding to go to the blind side. Bell takes this in for his team. Ngamata at dummy half. And a slight error in playing the ball has seen the ball handed on over to the Eels now. You know, it doesn't matter what you say to the referee, it's the referee's interpretation of what the error he saw. And he saw this young man incorrectly playing the ball, so scrum, handed on over to the Eels. Sharky decides to take this himself, not passing that ball. Henry on the 50 meters. Aiden Kapi takes this in, 4 tacklers to bring him down. Kapi to play, James out to Roa, Roa in, then out, Lecky put into a big space and gathers some extra 10-15 meters for his team. Lecky to play the ball. Devita spots a half a gap but brought down by a big tackle from Tomasi and Vaki. As well as Bo Daniels. Aiden, backdoor to Rui Pena, back on the inside to Brian Akava. Beautiful play there from Vinga, back on the inside from Brian Akava to cross on over and score. A lovely try there for the Eels. That's 16 points on the board now for the Ovachu Eels. Vinga, the magician is what we call him, able to create anything out of thin air. And this young man, Brian Akava, has been in excellent form for the Ovachu Eels throughout the season. As we saw that inside pass, being trusting Brian to come on the inside, and Brian trusting his ability to get through to defenders and cross on over for a third try this afternoon. That's 16 points up for the Ovachu Eels. Conversion to come from Rioro. And conversion successful from Leo Roa. That's 18 points on the board. 3 from 3 for Leo Roa. Daniel Toa to get things underway for the Sea Eagles. And Vinga looking for his runner in the form of big Aiden Kapi. Aiden charges his way to the defensive line. 3 defenders to bring him down. Vane has a go from dummy half, almost getting through. 2 defenders bring him down. Tomasi and Bell. James off to Koroi. Koroi, half a step back on the inside, almost getting through. Tomasi piggybagging him, dragging him down with big Bo Daniels. Koroi to play the ball. Out to Shaki. Shaki, back on the inside comes Toru Katsuke. Breaking through 2 tacklers and offloading to speedster James Nan. Couldn't quite get away, brought down. Big Bo Daniels hanging on for dear life. Rui Pena looking on the outside, ends up in the back door in the form of Brian Akava. Vane out on the wing, unmarked, kicks back on the inside. And Brian Akava, what a lovely piece of work there for his second try this afternoon. Great stuff from Vane out on the wing. Knew exactly where his players were, knew exactly where the ball needed to be. Kicked it back on the inside. I thought Kave had it covered at the back for the Sea Eagles. Let that bounce. I didn't think he expected Brian Akava to come sneaking in from the back and score that beautiful piece of work. So that's 22 points on the board now for the Ovachu Eels. Conversion yet to come from Leo Roa, who's been in excellent form this afternoon with his goal-kicking duties. But it has been easy work for him, I must say, with the tries being scored either close to the post or under the goal post. So far, he's at 3 from 3. This is his 4th attempt. And we'd just like to extend a warm greetings, kia orana, to all our Pacific brothers and sisters tuning in on Pacifica TV all around the region. We're here at Nukupure Park, beautiful Cook Islands, where the sun is out shining bright and sports is well alive here in the Cook Islands. But from us, kia orana and welcome to such a beautiful event of rugby league action. So after that successful conversion, 24 points, the Overture Eels find themselves up. And that ball just left to bounce. Vane picks this up, takes his time to run at the defensive line. You're on it to play the ball. Koroi charges his way, but losing the ball as he took the impact. Great position for the Sea Eagles to be in right now. They've got a scrum feed. 30 meters at least towards the try line, 6 to go. Definitely goal scoring opportunity on the hands on the table for the Sea Eagles right now, as we have less than 5 minutes remaining on the clock for this first half. Bo Daniels takes this from the back of the scrum. That's 1 for the Sea Eagles. Daniels plays the ball. Ngamata acting half. Out to Chase. Chase sends this out to Vaki. Vaki throws the dummy. Heads on towards the defense. 1 to bring him down. Tomasi takes this in for the Sea Eagles. That's their 3rd. Bell sends this out. That's Ngatangiia's 4th ball now. Trying to get himself an extra meter there, Liza. Big Bo Daniels charges his way to the Overture defensive line for their final. And Ngamata tries to scoop and go from dummy half, but got caught by 3 big defenders. Had the numbers out wide if he just sent the ball. Oh, great thinking from the young man, because he's picked up a penalty. Very small man onto the bigger man. Tackle was a bit high in the referee's eyes. So Sea Eagles get another 6th place. Kana charges his way at the Overture Eels defense. Nga to play the ball. Ngamata at acting half. Finds Thor in the back. Thor to Daniel. Eludes 1, 2, and manages to slide his way through, but losing possession of the ball as he was diving on over for the try. This young man has got lots of room to grow. Still only very young and many more years to build himself. Doing a few mistakes out there, but he is out there nevertheless, giving it his all and trying his best. So great stuff from young Ryan Daniels. Just unfortunate he wasn't able to cross on over to that try. Devita takes 1 in for the Eels. Brian scoops, then offloads to Lecky. Lecky manages to get it away to speedster Nathan Nabo, who gets around everybody else, but not the fullback. Kave shuts him down, and Caleb Chase helps him out to drag him on the outside. Great defensive work there from the Ngatangiia Sea Eagles to stop Nathan Nabo in his tracks. He is a speedster who can get around, as we saw, but quick thinking from the fullback Kave was able to shadow him and shut him down. And the help of Caleb Chase there to take him out of the field of play has handed possession back on over to the Ngatangiia Sea Eagles. And Kana takes the first. Ngamata. Big hit onto Semeti Duri. Big impact there from Aiden Kapi on their play, but Sea Eagles still maintain possession of the ball. This is their third from off a bell. Now Liza runs it into the defense, takes their fourth ball down. Ngamata has a go at from dummy half, manages to get away with the offload. Quick rush offload. Now the panic defense attack from Overture has caused disruption. But the referee has deemed a earlier altercation with a earlier infringement. He's saying there was a knock-on, slight miscommunication there, so he's standing with his call. We thought Overture had the advantage as they were all the way up in front, but no, we're coming back to the 50-meter mark. Referee has made his call. Scrum will sit. Overture Eels to feed. Rio Ro to get things underway. Lovely backdoor play there, and Vane once again finds himself into open space. Great shuffle defense from the Ngatangiia Sea Eagles. Shuts down any more advancing play from him. Vane to play. And yes, caught them offside. Quick thinking from Brian Nakava there, realizing where the defensive was and picking up an easy penalty for his team. Vinga wasting no time at all, finding yards for the Eels. And Koroi takes it in for the first. Koroi to play. James Nan. And an incorrect play. The ball there from Koroi. A bit frustrated at the tackler as he was mouthing off to each other. Didn't realize he was kicking the ball away at the same time. Fortunate for them, the hooter has sounded and will be heading towards the sheds for much needed talk to their respective coaches out on the side there. So the score, Overture Eels, 24 points. Ngatangiia Sea Eagles yet to score.
Do you got anything for us to eat, Uncle?
Oh, coconuts again, Uncle?
The kids don't know how easy you got it. Back in my day, way before tourism came to the Cook Islands.
So back in like 2000 or something?
Something like that. We had to get up early every day to work in the fields, and we had to pick fruit and go fishing. Practice our yoga poses, work out quadratic equations, and dodge lightning strikes, all before the sun came up. And it came up much earlier back in those days. Yep, and we did it all with one hand tied behind our backs.
So how did tourism change that, Uncle?
Well, it brought us many great opportunities, allowing us to showcase our culture, dancing, crafts, and it brought money into the economy.
But I don't understand. Why do you have that big pile of coconut?
Well, lad, after you finish husking them all, I'm going to sell them to that tourist over there, and then we're going to go buy us some roast chicken.
Excuse me, we were wondering what this is.
Actually, that's an unhusked coconut.
Oh.
Tourists don't know anything, eh?
That's not true. They just need a little bit of guidance because they're not from here. And sometimes tourists say a few things that are a little bit funny to us.
Is it still going to be raining on Sunday?
This is beautiful.
beautiful.
Yes, they're all pearls from Manahiki.
Your English is very good. Can you show me the road to Manahiki, please? I hear the pearls are really lovely there.
But they just aren't familiar with this place, so we should be patient with them and answer any of their questions. It's all about being a good host for our guests, sharing the knowledge, because one day we might be the guests and they might be the hosts. Let's leave our guests with happy memories and send them home a little better informed than when they arrived.
Welcome to the VIP yard. We're sorry, we're just offering water at the moment.
And we're back with the second half with our second doubleheader action here at Nukupure Park with the Cook Islands Rugby League 2023 round 3 of competition. It is the host, Ngatangiia Sea Eagles, going up against the Ngatangiia Eels. The Ngatangiia Eels have dominated the first half, managing to put 24 points on the board. The Ngatangiia Sea Eagles have had glimpses of opportunities of putting points on the board, but just unfortunate in ball handling errors as they have crossed over the white line, just haven't been able to finish the job and manage to put the points on the board. So they are yet to score in this match. Daniel Toa to get things underway for us. And Brian Akava hands this one over to their captain, Leki, who manages to get through 2 tacklers, 3, and offloads the ball to John Pinu out on the wing. John Pinu just stepping onto the field of play, already making menace of this Sea Eagles defense. That is their first all the way from the initiation. Leki, who gets to play the ball. Viiga now, off to Vane. Vane knows one way. Brought down by Caleb Chase, Usa, and Bo Daniels. Vane Yonitz play the ball. Katsuke to the back, to Leo. Leo manages to get it off, but Motu couldn't quite bring it in. Loose carry. Referee taking his time to make his call, but no. Knock-on is on the table. So Sea Eagles escaping a very promising, aggressive attacking play from the Ngatangiia Eels. Caleb Chase to feed the scrum for Sea Eagles. Sea Eagles on the attack. That's their second. Vaki takes in the third for the Sea Eagles. Big Bo Daniels brushes one off. One more to bring him down. Aiden Kapi. Bell launches it deep for Toa. Toa puts it into the back, right in between Brian and Vane, but it bounces towards Brian. Brian launches this ball out to Tevita. Tevita wasting no time at all, running around the Ngatangiia's defense, playing with the sideline. 3 defenders to take him down. Napa has a go from dummy half, manages to get an extra 10 meters for his team. Great run there from Napa. And again, pick and go. Shark just getting an extra 2 meters for his team. Josh Motsu throws the dummy and manages to get through a gap. Takes 2 defenders to bring him down. Eels decide to run down the short side. Loose pass there. Kicked away from Ngamata. Almost got away with it, but the referee has called his whistle. So we'll be heading back to see what scrum for the Sea Eagles. I thought he would have let that play carry on since Ngamata was in the clearing to claim that ball for the Sea Eagles. Very lucky for the Eels that the referee had blown that whistle, because that could have been a try-scoring opportunity for the youngster. Had nobody in front of him. And as we saw, he did pick up the ball cleanly. It was a 50-50 chance for Vihiga to catch him. Kave takes this in for his team. Nice strong run there from Usa. And just to recap on the Ngatangiia injured player, Amani Ama still hasn't returned to the field of play, and it was a back injury, so he is still getting treated on the sideline there from the medics that we have on hand. Sea Eagles now find themselves deep within the Eels territory. Usa brought down by 2 strong defenders. Usa to play the ball. Toa manages to elude the other 2 defense, kicks it back on the inside, and a mishap on the claimage there has seen the ball handed back on over to the Ngatangiia Sea Eagles. Perfect opportunity now for the Sea Eagles. Back-to-back plays. Will they be able to crack this Eels defense and score their first points in this match? Kave takes this in. Ball almost stolen from Kave by Leo. Kave managing to hold it on tight enough. Usa off of the ruck. Brought down. That's their second, inches from the try line. Bell launches it out to the blind side to Thor. Thor backdoor to Davey. Davey knows one way forward. Brought down by 3 tacklers. Great run there by big Davey Mato. Bo Daniels takes it in. Wrapped up by Ruipena. Ruipena. Bell, nice little dart from dummy half. Wiggling and worming his way through. But just held up is the call from the referee. Great stuff from the youngster, getting underneath the players. Almost getting his way over the try line. Bell to play the ball. And Johnny Binu a bit careless on the tackle there, giving a penalty away to the Sea Eagles. Sea Eagles now 3rd consecutive play. Ngatangiia throwing everything they can at the Overture defense. Toa back on the inside to Bell. Bell to Bo. Bo throws a dummy. Has a go himself. Brought down by Leo Roa. Ngatangiia still hot on the attack. Throwing everything they can at the Eels defense. But just too much on that. Sees a restart for the Eels on the 20-minute mark, and Rubena wasting no time at all. James out to Brian. Brian to Tevita. Nui Sama brought down by 4 players. Brian out to Leo. Leo finds Toru Katsuki. Toru holding strong. Brought down by 2 tacklers. Usa and Ryan Daniels. An error there from the Sea Eagles, holding on too long. Gives a penalty away for the Overture Eels. And offside is the call. Ngatangiia rushing up too quickly. Got caught off guard there. Trying to sneak in. Referee not having it. So Eels, consecutive plays now. And just like that, put on another 4-pointer. Eels have been stuck down the other end of the field for quite some time, and now that they've come on down to this end, finally put points on the board for themselves. And a lovely try there from the Eels to put them 28 points up. And Leo Roa with the conversion attempt. Leo with the conversion and successful. So that's 30 points up now for the Overture Eels. Leo Roa been in excellent form for his team this afternoon with his goal-kicking duties, as well as his playmaking skills as well, setting up players and getting them into the right direction and making the right decisions out on the field. So great stuff there from Leo Roa. Now, Daniel Toa to get things underway. Tevita takes it on the full and charges towards the offensive line. Manages to break through. Napa on his outside, supporting. Finds Koroi back on the inside. Koroi, nobody in front. Finds his way underneath the uprights and puts down a lovely 4-pointer yet again. And that all started off from Tevita Nuisama, aka the Beast, as we saw why they call him that. from kickoff, bust straight on through that defensive line and head on over. Found the support and the right decision was made, giving that ball on over to Josh Koroi on the inside, even though he had Te Renga Napa on the outside. So great decision there and giving Koroi a beautiful try under the post. Conversion attempt to come with Leo Roa to put them further in front. So far 30 points up. That's 34 points to the Eels. And conversion successful, so that's 36 points now. Leo Roa being in exceptional form this afternoon for his team with his goal kicking duties. So now we see the Eels 36 points up. Abaro on the field for his team. Big run from the youngster, another young player, just turned 18. Great to see the clubs using all these young players and throwing them out there and handling themselves out on the field. Abachu, hot on the attack. John Pinu now out into open space, looking for support on the inside from the form of Brian Akava. And just like that, has scored a hat-trick this afternoon. Lovely try, but a great running from John Pinu out on the fringes there. And looking back on the inside, he could have gone himself. Decided to pass it back on the inside to Brian Akava, who manages to head on over under the uprights and get a beautiful hat-trick for himself this afternoon. So that's 40 points up for the Ochu Eels. And conversion attempt yet again from the goal-kicking maestro for the Ovachu Eels, Leo Roa. And successful is the conversion from Leo. But it has been easy work for this young man, as all the tries have all ended up under the post or pretty much near the post. So it has been easy work for Leo to get all his conversions in. Ovachu Eels find themselves 42 points up. Ngatangiia Eels haven't been able to put any points on the board so far. And a great take there from Vinga. Offloads to his captain, Lecky. Lecky brought down. Lecky, slow to get up. Abaro takes this in for his team. Numbers out wide, but Josh Koroi decides to take it back on the inside. 3 defenders to bring him down. Brian throws the dummy, takes it in himself, still going. finally brought down. How about you? On the attack, Terenga goes in, gets away from 1, 2. Third man brings it down, still going, manages to offload the ball. Great work from Terenga Napa. Devita, same thing, but finally brought down. Vinga has a look on the inside, goes back to the outside. Finds the back door in the form of Leo Roa. Rio, hard to bring down. Aiden volleys the ball back to Lecky. Lecky claims the loose ball. Gets around the outside, still putting players into open space. Nathan puts the kick through. Players running on through, chasing. Now offload back onto the inside to the big young man, Apuro, who gets his name on the board. Great stuff from this youngster, Apuro Johnson, debuting for the Awachu Premiers and putting his first try on the board, getting a name to the score. Great stuff from the young forward. Can see many great things coming from this young man as well. Promising young player to watch out for going forward. So that's 46 points now. We see the Awachu Eels dominating this encounter against the Ngatangiia Matavera Sea Eagles. Leo Roa with the conversion attempt. This would be his hardest kick today. Oh, and still easy work for the maestro, the goal-kicking maestro. Leo Roa, 100%. Not making any errors today. Awachu Eels finding themselves 40 points up now. And kickoff deep to the back. Just going past Viga, but Aiden stopping with his foot, claims it. Now has a go at the defense. Just takes this down for his team. Awachu, hot on the attack. Nice skip pass, but Motu couldn't bring that in. And that loose take there is deemed as a knock-on. Couldn't quite bring it in cleanly, so Sea Eagles find another opportunity to hopefully cross on over the line and put points on the board for themselves. Chase to play, Kave runs this out but caught. And a loose play, the ball there. Errors mounting up for the Sea Eagles. Awachu Eels grab the ball with ease. And Tevita launches his way to the defense. 3 tacklers to bring him down. Brian at dummy half has a go himself. 3 defenders to bring him down. Aiden manages to keep possession of the ball, breaking off the 3 tacklers. Another 2 more to bring him down. Backdoor to Vinga. Vinga skips it out to Leo. Leo couldn't quite cleanly take it. Motu manages to bring the ball back in. Loose carry there from Motu has been announced by the officials, so scrum will be given to the Ngatangiia Sea Eagles. Great vision from Viiga Ruipena to spot his man open on the outside, but again, Josh Motu unable to bring that long pass in. So Sea Eagles have the scrum feed. Caleb out to Kave. Kave sends the ball out. And yes, the injured player, that's him there, Amani Ama, has finally returned to the field of play. He has sat out majority of this game from an injury he has sustained in the first half. Pretty severe injury, that's why we haven't seen him back onto the field. But the last remaining minutes of this game, he seems to be okay, as he's made himself available back out onto the field there. Leo back on the inside there, but didn't work this time for Motu. Motu losing possession of the ball on that impact. Kave getting handled by Koroi there. Kave still possession of the ball. Bell out to Amani. Amani takes it down for his team. Sea Eagles attacking the blind side. Amani shows and goes himself. 2 defenders to bring him down. Liza runs it straight into Aiden Kapi's shoulders. Met aggressively. Still gets up to play the ball. Toa looking for players on the outside. Caleb had just had a look up, took his eye off the ball. And referee not letting play carry on, even though he was clearly in the front for claiming the ball. They still get possession of the ball, but they have to go back another 20 meters from that advantage play he carried out. But the referee, he is the man in the middle. He's the boss. He carries the whistle. So he has called Avichu's possession. And it is play the ball. So Avichu, Torukatsuke to play the ball. Vinga, out to Aporo. Aporo runs it to the defense. Hard to bring this young man down. Still going, finally brought down. Motu charges behind the ruck. 2 defenders to bring him down. Great charge there from Josh Motu. Koroi decides to run it himself. Big surge from Josh Koroi, finding them offside and getting a penalty in the process for his team. Now, Avichu wasting no time at all, looking for their open play. Terenga manages to get on the outside. Thought he would have gone all the way in the corner, but that tackle, disrupting play, losing possession of the ball. Amani picks it up and takes it in for his team. Ngatangiia running this out from the red zone. Vaki to take this down. Bell to Samiti. Duri to play the ball. Bell comes back to the other side to Vaki. Vaki delay to play the ball. Bell out to Thor. Thor sends this down to the other end. Brian chasing this ball down. Brian taking his time, getting around the other side, looking for Tevita back on the inside, decides to take it himself. Almost breaking through the defense, but Kana wraps him up. Tevita at dummy half. Offloads it to Terenga. Terenga charges his way to the defensive line, has a go. Brought down by 3 tacklers. Napa to play the ball. Nathan, Nabo, takes it himself from dummy half. Plays it safe and takes it in, and legs lifted off the ground. That's an automatic send-off. We'll see him in the bin. Dangerous tackle, lifting the legs up horizontally, past the horizontal and piling him into the ground. So that is an automatic in the bin for 10 minutes. Nothing sinister in it, just, you know, mistakenly lift the man. Good to see him shake the offending player's hands as he walked off. So, Awachu with a penalty yet again. Rui Bena kicks this and gets them an extra 10-15 meters. John Binu. Nice strong surge, almost getting through, but Bell hangs on and brings him down. Toru Katsuke, big burst from off the ruck. Brought down aggressively. Shaki sends this out. Josh Motsu keeps the ball in hand and takes it down for his team. That's their third. Quick play the ball from Josh Motsu. Sends it out to an open man on the outside. Napa manages to bring this in. Finally gets one over, but forward is the call from the touch judge. So Ngatangiia will receive the ball and get themselves out of trouble. Unlucky there from youngster Terenga Napa out on the wing. Managed to bring that ball in cleanly and score for them in the corner, but it was the pass that got them from the inside. So Sea Eagles gather possession of the ball. Caleb Chase to get things underway. Vaki takes it down for his team. That's one. Bell. Out to Tomasi, who loses possession from the impact. Awachu just need to keep their composure. String a few passes together, then they'll cross the line once again. Leo decides to have a go himself on the blind. Just caught inches away from the try line. Terenga back on the inside. Shaki decides to take this down for himself. Manages to get the offload as he took the tackle. Tevita now has possession of the ball. The Beast manages to muscle his way through 4 defenders and cross on over between the sticks for yet another try. And what a brilliant individual try there from Tevita Newsummer. Had a lot of work to do to get to the try line. Had 5 defenders to beat. Took 3 with him over to the try line and managed to score right in between the uprights. So great individualism there from Tevita Newsummer to put 52 points on the board for his Awachu Eels team. Leo Roa, yet again, successful with his conversions. Great stuff from the goal-kicking maestro, Leo Roa. So we see the Awachu Eels 54 points up. Ngatangiia Matavera Sea Eagles have found it very difficult to put any points on the board this afternoon from a very strong and determined Eels outpack this afternoon here at Nukupure Park. Lovely low kick and almost managing to get there in time, but John Pinu claims the ball. Nathan Nabo met aggressively by 3 strong tacklers. Toru Katsuke, big strong run. Katsuke to play. Shark, backdoor to Vinga. Vinga, out to Leo. Leo manages to get the pass away. Josh Motu, out to Brian. Brian puts the foot down and heads for the uprights. But they keep him as far out as they can. Try, nonetheless, that's his 4th this afternoon. Brian Nakawa. That's 58 points now from the Overture Eels, who have dominated this match against the Sea Eagles. As we await for the conversion, this will definitely be the hardest kick he's done this afternoon. We shall see how he makes of it. He's only missed 1 this afternoon. Sorry, he had another one a bit more further out from where he is kicking now. And he didn't convert that one. So the goal kicking maestro, Leo Roa, Leo Roa, taking his time. And unsuccessful on that. Well, he has had easy work all afternoon with his goal kicks earlier. That was his second difficult. So far, he's missed 2 this afternoon. And another low kick, and Vinga almost fumbling it. Referee has deemed that knock on, even though it didn't touch the body. It didn't touch the hands, was just the body, but the referee's interpretation, knock on is the call. So Sea Eagles gather possession of the ball. And within the 20-meter zone, so at least about 12 meters they got to get towards the try line. Sea Eagles now with the scrum. Kave throws it out to Chase. To Vaki. Vaki takes it in for his team. Bell ducks under the markers. Manages to get an extra few meters. Vaki finds Amani Amma. Amani Amma met by 2 strong defenders who drive him back an extra meter. Amani to play. Kana throws his body on the line, wrapped up by big Toru Katsuke and driven back with Aporo's help, losing an extra 5 meters. Bell out to Usa. Usa couldn't claim the catch cleanly, losing possession of the ball, handing it back on over to the Eels. All I can say for the Sea Eagles this afternoon, handling errors have gotten the better of themselves. They have found themselves down this end of the park so many times. Just haven't been able to finish and capitalize on certain plays. Just errors, handling errors have been a crucial outcome for the Sea Eagles' dilemma this afternoon. Something for them to work on later on with more games in the competition. Napa takes the first in for the Eels. Giving back an extra few meters. Ruipena offloads to Shak. Shak manages to drive forward and gets them an extra 2 meters with his efforts. Koroi offloads to John. John Pinu into open space. John Pinu finds himself with nobody in front, beating the fullback. Chase all the way to the try line, and Ngamata didn't give up till the very end, but John Pinu, too fast, too strong, managed to get his first points on the board this afternoon. Great individualism try there from John Pinu off of that pass from Josh Koroi. As we await the conversion attempt from Leo Roa. Leo Roa once again put himself right in front of the goalpost. Easy work from this kick. And yes, easy work as the hooter has sounded with 64 points on the board. For the Awutu Nikau Eels, a very dominant performance from them this afternoon, going up against the Ngatangiia Mataveta Sea Eagles, who have a lot of work to do going forward from this match, not being able to put any points on the board at all. But for all of you who have joined us, not just here in the Cook Islands, but all across the region, from Pacifica TV, rebroadcasting to our Pacific brothers and sisters out there, I hope you have enjoyed a fun fest of rugby league action with a double header here at Nukupure Park with round 3 of the Cook Islands Rugby League 2023 competition. That's all from us here with today's events. We'll see you all once again next week. Ka kite, kia manuia.